Hello, my name is Cathal Doyle, and today I'll be talking about my pricing and distribution channels presentation. Today I'll be looking at Tesla. So a quick summary of my previous findings in my segmentation and positioning project. I identified the target segment of 30 to 50-year-olds as the most profitable segment for Tesla. I said this was the most profitable because they would be hitting the strive of their careers, if not the peak of their careers, and would be in economic levels of middle to upper middle class families, which would allow them to buy at least the cheapest model of Tesla available on the market. Next, we'll talk about distribution and pricing. Currently, the Tesla's least expensive model is $36,000 and the most expensive model is $38,000. Each model's the biggest difference is the driving capabilities. Being the cheapest is a rear wheel drive model versus the most expensive is a all-wheel drive model. And then also there's a big difference in charge. With the most expensive model, you get 530 miles per fully charged battery, while with the least expensive model, you get 263 miles for a full charge. Ideally, with the purchasing power of the target market segment, the revenue made from their purchases would be able to be invested in R&D, which would allow Tesla to develop a $20,000 to $40,000 car, which would be available for a wider market. Channels of distribution. Currently, Tesla uses a zero-level channel or a direct marketing channel approach. This means that the customer orders directly from the manufacturer so that there's no retail or third parties involved. Once the Tesla receives an order from a customer, it builds their car and sends it to them, typically within a month, if not more. So kind of more about the direct-to-customer distribution. All of their sales take place online, and it kind of helps reinforce the eco-friendly model and the ideals that Tesla has. It's very direct, it's very simplistic, and storefronts are only used to show models. So a little bit more about the direct-to-consumer, specifically looking at their sales. Unlike traditional car companies, almost all Tesla sales take place online. Their showrooms are used only for customers to look at the cars and learn a little bit more about them, and then they're directed to purchase their vehicles online. In the past several years, we've seen growth in Tesla sales, leading the first profitable sale year in 2020. The company saw a huge growth, selling almost 500,000 units, resulting in an income of $862 million compared to 2019's loss of $775 million. As a result, the sales of the company ended the year with a revenue of $31.5 billion, which was a 28.3% from the previous year. Now, currently, Tesla only takes up 2% of the automotive sale, so it is vital for them to grow their market share if they want to survive against competitors who are quickly developing electric vehicles. The electric car market, talking about direct-to-consumer and digital marketing, the electric car market has been growing over the last decade. Although the idea of the electric car has been around for a long time, there have been few companies willing to penetrate this market because of the expense. In 2010, we saw the first kind of wide consumer market vehicles such as the Chevy Volt and the Nissan Leaf. By 2013, battery costs had dropped drastically. And so now looking at 2021, because of this, a lot of companies have had a lot of time to invest in building electric cars. So it looks like 2021 is going to be the most competitive electric vehicle year yet, with at least 12 new cars coming from many different big name companies. So because of this, Tesla really needs to be aware of their competitors, because they're going to be advertising very heavily, and Tesla needs to invest in digital advertising both on social media and on TV in order to keep their market segment and show that they're still a top player in the electric market. Channels of distribution sales of electric cars. As a industry leader, Tesla has been able to gather an enormous amount of data on customers when it comes to buying electric vehicles. As seen in 2018, 78% of Tesla Model 3 sales came from online, and 82% of those customers had not test driven a vehicle. This shows two things. First of all, they can gather a ton of data on people's preferences just by looking at their activity on their website, and it shows that their word of mouth marketing is very strong. So people are willing to buy a product from them even though they've never tested it themselves. So sales grew 28.3% from 2019 versus 2020. That's great, and it shows that the direct-to-consumer approach is working great for them. And it's something that they should continue to develop and look at for improvements as the years go on, because we've only seen growth. Channels of distribution, identifying e-commerce opportunity. So Tesla is not your typical automotive company. The vehicles and buying experience is unlike any other car dealer. This is something that they should be aware of and know that they're different in the market and keep it that way. And this should extend to their purchasing options. Currently, Tesla has no purchasing app. They should develop an app where you can purchase directly from that app. The only app that they have is for current Tesla users. They could even make something as simple as what Carvana does, which is pretty much making a car vending machine. It's a little crazy, but Tesla's a little crazy themselves. So it would be unique, keep the brand identity unique as well, and make them stand out from others. And then you could do other ideas where you can make purchase points on their actual charge point area and destinations. Anyway, so that is a quick summary of my channels of distribution presentation. Thanks very much.